Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome back. You made it through week one. Let me just give you a little information about last week. But first of all, let's get into our course. This is Marketing 105, Sports Marketing. This is going to be like a 10-15 minute quick overview, what you did well last week and what you should be looking forward going this week. I know there was a lot of information. For some of you, this is the first online class you've taken at Harper. Others, you've taken other online classes. So you're kind of familiar just trying to feel your way around in my course. Like if you take a face-to-face class, you go in there and the instructor basically follows the same template as most instructors do, but he or she gives it that little personal touch. Marketing. Okay, so let's go in here. We're in this class, marketing. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. Now, if I'm looking at this class here, you always got my face, everything else. I posted everything else. Remember, check your grades. Let's see what my grade is. Oh my goodness. Am I passing? I think so. I may not have the grade up here. You usually will have a running total telling you what your grade is. And what I wanted to show you, I didn't put it in here. A lot of times when you look at your grades, let's say if it's 4 or 0 out of 6 you have here, you'd have an a little, like a bubble, for lack of a better word, a call out. Click on that and it'll give you information, if I put any comments, why you got the 0 or why your grade is that way. Because remember, you have my comments within the grade book, and this is part of the comments where you could see it. A lot of students don't realize what that is. Remember, if you're taking any kind of online class, you're not sure, click on it and it'll work. Alright, so I'm out of the grade work. The syllabus is alright. Let's see, what's this class here? Okay, now, always remember, all my lectures are recorded, and since this is a fairly new book for this semester, I have to re-record my last version. Alta did an excellent job. I'm going to tell you right now, you've got links in there, you've got test banks in there, you've got a lot of information for you to be very successful. This class is going to be, was created myself and another instructor, so we're trying to keep like a template. I normally would require my face-to-face class to do a formal presentation, pick a product or something, but I was going to try it this way. Anything else, I'm a learning instructor, just like you're a learning student. I'm utilizing, let's see what else works in here. And I'm going to try this. Remember, there's no final exam. Okay, you're always going to have your course material. You have your weekly assignments that you're going to be turning in. You did well, those who turned them in. And I'll grade them there. The first week, I'm an easy grader because you're not really sure, even though I've got the rubrics, how hard of a grader I am. Second week, let's go. Remember, this is a 12-week class. We got to get moving. The journal is your own information. What did you learn out of the class? And a lot of times I'll get this information if I would do like a 1-minute write-up within the classroom. It's just to say, hey, did you actually learn something? Tell me what you've learned. Out of the whole subject matter, what did you feel was the most important thing that whether you're going into sports marketing, for some of you are, or some of you in marketing, what did you pull out of this? Remember, part of going to college, not just get the A's, the B's, the C's, hopefully not the D's and the F's, but I may have some, is to take that learning and be able to apply it in your next job. Able to not only apply it in your next job or your discipline, but how do I market myself? Same thing you're doing. You are a brand. You're an individual. You're providing me a service. Okay. All right. So remember, you have this. Those of you I had a couple of students who registered late. I understand that, but just move on. If you forgot and you haven't done it, week 1 is closed, it's gone, move forward. Things is like 900 points, it's not going to hurt you. You lost 40 points, you still get your A, but you cannot go back. We're going forward. I already gave you more than enough extensions. We got to move forward on this, all right? So you smart marking back. Okay, now we're doing chapter 2. Remember, you come in here. I usually don't provide the links, but you could provide the link. It's a YouTube link. You get all my other YouTubes that I have for the courses I have. Remember, you have the option. If the link is not working, when you click on this and doesn't pull up the video, what you basically have to do is cut and copy the link and put it in your smartphone and you'll be able to watch it. The videos, and this one here, you go on here, and you realize I just recorded this today at the same time. I got the same shirt and tie. I'm trying to get them all done. Okay, so you have the information. There it is. Remember, you can stop me, you can move me along. All right, so you're all right. So make sure you look at the my weekly recorded lecture as you would have been in a classroom. That's a requirement. So usually my lectures are half an hour. This one's 44 minutes because I put in two short YouTube videos from another non-instructor. I think it's from Fast Company. They've got those real short YouTube videos on how to write a mission statement, something about about strategy or something. So it added on an additional 6 minutes. Okay. Syllabus, weekly course materials. You click on this. Remember, always look at this. Welcome to Smarts. We're going to be in week 1 here. Let's see. Week 1 today. Today's Sunday, so it's still open. This week will close tonight at midnight. So it's from Monday to Sunday midnight closes. Your forum discussions should be closed by Saturday midnight, because then I want you to do work on your papers and your exams and everything else. Be focused. Do not do all your work in one day. There's no way you could accomplish and get a good grade. Too much information to absorb. Bits of information comes in, I learn it, and then move on. I read look at my, what do you call it, my YouTube lectures, half an hour, read the book, print out my concept maps. Where the heck are they? It says students' mind maps, chapter mind maps. You print them out. They're always in a PDF file. And then when you look at my lectures, I think your concept maps only the second tier. See what else I have? Write it in. This is how you're learning. Trying to use all your senses. Remember, in marketing, sports marketing or any kind of marketing, how you get the individual to know and remember your product, your services, what you're trying, your message that you're presenting to your audience, either participants or spectators, is basically by trying to get as many senses involved. Social media is excellent because people could write, you see video. If I'm on social media, I could respond instantly to you. Right now you can't. Down the road, I'm going to try to do a couple live lectures where I'll tell you the dates that you'll sign in, like about, for lack of better words, you'd sign in and you'll be able to a live lecture. You'd have your webcam on there, and you could ask me questions and everything else. I'm going to work on that. I think not this week, next week we'll do fine. All right. Okay. So you've got that. So you're going to come in there. Remember, you've got your weekly journals. Make sure you do those. You're going to do them at the beginning. Fine. I'd rather have you do the journal more at the end. You went to the discussion board. You looked at my lectures. You did the reading. You did the homework assignments. Now is the time at the end, what did I learn? And that's a quick journal, and that keeps me knowing, should I adjust anything in with this, the way I'm presenting the material, or what should I do to make it more retainable and for you to be able to grasp these concepts, okay? All right, so you've got that. You've got your weekly discussion. Remember, everything is out. So here's weekly. So now, so you're going to go to week 1. We're going there, but I just want them to go because I'll forget about it. Okay, your weekly discussions, right? I've got all these things are done. Look, everyone's done. I've got about so many students. Your week 2. Now, let me tell you what your week 2 discussion. Week 1 is going to be turned off if it's not already turned off. I think I left it open until Sunday because this is your first week. After that, Saturday, your discussion or forum is turned off. So if I'm looking at week 1, when you're doing your research, because you have to do your assignment, when you look on the assignment, weekly assignment, you click on there. Yeah, I got the file. You can print it out. It also has a rubric, how I'm grading it, so you can print that out. And you could, I did this, checked off this. When you're looking at your weekly assignment from from your book on page 133, you're going to be responding to question 1 and 2 is using secondary data. This whole chapter here is on research going forward. Research 1 and 2. So what I wanted you to do, when you're looking at 1 and 2, you already did the assignment. I'm not trying to make you do repeat something. I'm not a busy type of a person just to give you stuff to do. I want you to learn. So you already have to write your assignment, do the research for your assignment for my paper that's required. You'll respond to the questions 1 and 2 A, B, C, and D, and 2 is basically internet. Find some articles about NASCAR. It says 5. If you give me 2 or 3, I'll be happy for now. All right. Find some articles. Give me the links and say, here's the links, and you kind of quickly summarize the articles on there. Just with this article here, here's what I'm learning. Hopefully, it ties in into this research that you're doing for secondary data. Remember, secondary data is inexpensive. A lot of times, it's free. Once you compile the secondary data, now you want to be very specific to answer a question, a focus group, or anything that's considered primary data. It costs you more money. All right, for a lot of marketers will use as much secondary data as they can, and then when they really want to make sure they know the information from secondary data, which is in a lot of cases free, they basically then either do a survey, focus groups, or other apparatus or tools, for lack of better words, to get that primary data. Okay, so now you did the assignment. Right? If there's another article supplied, okay, URL out. Okay, you find something interesting in that your assignment. So you already did the assignment. Now what I want you to do, I want you to basically find one aspect of this that you thought, hey man, this is really cool. I've never even thought about this. I will post it in the subject area. All right. So, for example, if you find it interesting that there may be several four-year universities that focus on sports marketing and why this is the case. These are just examples. I'm sorry, here it is. So while you're doing your research and you complete the written assignment, there's an article, supply the URL, summarize the article and importance. Summarization, I'm looking at least a paragraph or 2 on the article. Remember, your discussion boards were 20 points. So half of that, or let's say 7 points, is you responding to me. Okay? Here's my post. Boom. Here's what I summarize. And then you're looking at other individuals' article and you put your comments. This is how we, whether in a face-to-face class or in a business simulation, or in a business environment, learn as a collective. I can't redo all the research. So you did a research. We're all doing the same homework assignment, but you may be using Google. You may be using Bing. You may be using AOL. Somebody else is using Yahoo as a search engine. And all of them have different kind of parameters, for lack of better words, when you're searching for certain things. And you may find different articles. Or an article that may interest me may not interest you. But so you put that in there, you find the article, you summarize it. This isn't the homework assignment. The homework assignment, follow the template, follow the rubric. This is for your discussion board. So you've already done the homework assignment research, or at least some of it. You found an article, post it in the subject area, says, here's the article. An example. You find it interesting that only, let's say for an example, you're looking at how many, one of the examples is how many colleges offer sports marketing degrees. Remember, this is only one class at Harper College. You don't get a degree in sports marketing here. It's just an intro to sports marketing, just to get you introduced. And a lot of people who are taking regular marketing, they'll say, okay, it's just marketing, same thing as marketing, only focus into the entertainment system, into that arena, for lack of better words, okay? University focus on sports marketing, and why is this the case? The reason that, okay, so you go, oh man, I thought every university has a 4-year bachelor's or higher. No, there's only some of them. And why are they the premier in sports marketing? Because some of you want to go into sports marketing. So look at their agenda. Look, once you find a college, so here's a college that does this, and I look at their curriculum. Hey, this is really interesting. Or my goodness, I didn't realize I had to take all these other marketing classes. Give me some information. And that's how you stimulate the conversation. Another post may be while you're looking at here, I think one of them is supposed to look at why women don't participate, the number of women participate in basketball, or attendance at the NFL games last year. Now remember, when I'm looking last year, this book was written in 2014-2015 by the author. He's using an example then. The national anthem wasn't in there. So when you're going back, last year I could say, okay, the national anthem, all this stuff, the political intertwining, for lack of better words, into football, my entertainment. A lot of times in marketing, they tell you, keep the social responsibility separate outside of what your core people come in there. Because I may be, and I discussed that in my lecture, so I'm not going to go into that. But so you're going to go back in there and you say, okay, for the last 4 years, it's been declining anyway. This last thing that happened with the national anthem, that's kind of like accelerated the decline. So forget the last year. You could say, well, it was because of the national anthem, blah, blah, blah. Fine, I don't really care. You know what I mean? That is one aspect of the decline. When a lot of companies or a lot of sports, when they start declining, it's just not one thing that declined. If I look at Kmart, what was the decline of Kmart? The competition wasn't there. There's other things that cause a decline. Poor management, buying the wrong product, poor promotional campaign, not updating the store, whatever it is. See, so there's all these other things that brings an industry or sports into a decline mode. You, once as a marketer, and your job is to say, here's the decline mode, how do I bring this back up? Is that what I'm trying to, that's what you're looking here. You're trying to take what you're learning from the author and saying, okay, my job is to bring up, or customers are coming to my sports bar for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Whatever reason. So you're doing research. What happened? Here's how it was. When did I start noticing the decline? If some of you take me for finance, basically the same thing. When a company goes under, it doesn't go under overnight. It goes under because there's a decline in customer satisfaction, poor management, whatever. Competition comes in. They didn't keep current. Are we okay? All right, so those is an example. Make sure you post something in the subject area that'll enhance other readers. Are you right? And this is going to be open tonight at midnight because that's when we start. Monday morning, first thing in the morning, all the way to Sunday midnight. Okay, so we've got that. So I already got that. A journal discussion. Make sure you do your quizzes. Remember, I have quiz 1 will be closed off also. Once the week is over, it's closed. I'll let it. You've got till Sunday. Now, for some reason, I'll give 1 or 2 people on the quizzes weren't too really bad because when I look at the individuals, I think I got like 17 students in this course. So if I look at the quizzes, I've been getting out of 20. I've been getting. I think the lowest I got was like 15 for those who've already taken the quizzes. You know, it's like I think 10 questions or 20 questions. I forget what it is. Because I teach other classes, got other quizzes. Okay, so click on the quizzes. Go on. This one's not going to be available until tonight at midnight. Okay. So you've got the quizzes, you've got your discussions, you've got your weekly quizzes, your weekly journals, you click on there. Remember your weekly assignments, you click on here. I have the assignments, so you have, right, these are available. These are going to be turned off. Remember, week 1 is going to be turned off at midnight. It turns off automatically. There's no way. And here's where you submit your assignment. That's good. Right now you still submit it because I'm here recording this on Sunday. And then after that it's gone. And then this one here will be available again to the 19th. Monday will be open 6 a.m. in the morning. And then you can start all over again. All right? So let's go into our weekly assignments, our weekly course materials. You have everything in there. Week 1 is there. You're going to do the research topic. Right now, see, I'm in this. You won't see this till Sunday or Monday morning, first thing in the morning, or 12:01. All right. Okay. So research thing. You have my YouTube for this chapter, and those who want to go ahead. I always have it in here also. You know what I mean? Or Dr. George's lectures. I just bring it in here. Look at that. Here's your PowerPoints. Okay. Here's what is going to be required. Here's your weekly assignment and a rubric. You don't submit it here. You'll submit it here on your weekly assignments. This is just your weekly course materials. Okay. Here's where you click on for your journal, and here's your journal entry. And I think that's about it. Now, quick overview. You're doing well in the class. The discussion boards are excellent discussions. I really enjoyed it. Your assignments, most of the students, like I said, this is the first week. You're not sure what's expected from me. It's like a new manager. You've got your B's and A's. If you give me just like a few sentences, you got, out of 20 points, you may get 2 points. Hey, 2 points are better than no points. Submit them on time. Once the week is done, it's turned off. You no longer can submit the assignments. If you missed last week because for some reason you had another online class, hopefully not here at Harper, that basically just gave you 3 exams and that's it, that's not how a Harper operates. Harper, all the instructors at Harper are trained. Going to a workshop that they have called the Cafe is for that when we teach online classes, we make sure that you have as much interaction, you learn as much as you would in face-to-face class. It's interactive, it's learning, because this is a foundational, no different than if you were in the business and you were taking, any kind of business. A lot of my, remember, I mentioned before, if I didn't, I might have forgot, I teach a lot of these classes, so sometimes I wonder, did I already say that? If I did, part of marketing is repetition, all right? Or frequency exposure. So if I lost my train of thought, excuse me. So if you at work, A lot of times you'll do a lot of training network. Remember McGraw-Hill or Pearson, or not this publisher, but a lot of the publishers, they also, the academic sector, the schools, the higher education, when they create the textbooks and some of the software and some of the exams for training, they basically also do the same thing. They have another arm that does training for online for businesses. So if I'm in sales and want me to learn about selling techniques, instead of sending me to a seminar, eventually once in a while you had to go to a seminar, but some of the training or refresher is really done through an online class. So you get an advantage. And remember, taking me on online or anyone on online improves your writing skills. It keeps you current, and you're using technology that's out there in the business. So if you don't have a computer or anything else, or a smartphone, remember Harper has a lot of mega labs, excellent mega labs, assistants, everything else in there, or you could go to your local library. Again, that's it for the week. Hopefully I'm under 20 minutes. Let's see what happens when I hit my thing. So remember, weekly course material, weekly assignments. These are always, you have to do the assignments, 20 points. You'll submit them here. You can print them out here. You submit them here. Journal, you click on there. You submit your weekly journal at the end of the week. Your discussion board should start about Tuesday or Wednesday. Start posting. I don't want all the posts in one day, so you're going to get points taken off going forward. Because that's not an interaction, that's a download. I just go and then never respond to a customer. Just send them a message and it says this is just a message sent, no reply. Okay? And then your weekly quizzes, and you'll do well. I think so far, and look at your current grade. Always check your grade, and you'll do very well. All right? So I'm going to stop this here. I got 21 minutes, exactly what I wanted to do. All right, so I'll see you in the discussion board, and you're doing well. Make sure you're making a lot of friends when in the classroom. I've updated individuals' profile. Those of your profiles in the Sunday, I'm going to go through there, so you get 5 points. If you don't update it, that's 5 points you lose. Hey, 5 points here, 5 points there, 5 points there. Before you know it, you're at a C instead of a B or an A. Or if you're getting an A and you don't do all the stuff, you're at a C. You always want to do, remember, in business, when a customer asks me to do something, here's my contract. I always try to do above and beyond. Same thing with my boss. Ask me to do something, my supervisor. All right? The more I do above and beyond, he or she will come back. Say, hey, I brought this product, but I got added value. Part of marketing. All right? I'll talk to you later. Bye.